Hello, welcome to the 嫁狗水狗 channel. My name is Eunice, and in case you're wondering, my husband Axel was born in the year of the dog. So my being here in Uruguay right now is a literal case of marry the dog, follow the dog. And it's just unexpected that we'll be here in such a faraway land from Singapore. But anyway, today I thought I would like to focus on showing off my new car, new license plate and all. But I think it might be turning into a complaining session of sort. The other day, my friend was just telling me that I looked like I was settling in well and everything looks fine. And I immediately recalled the frustrations I had during the car buying process. So I actually really dislike complaining, but perhaps a reality check on this country is in order. So I'm going to show you the car and tell you what happened. Let's take a look. So here's the car, our brand new Black Beauty. Before we even came to Uruguay, my hubby has already started researching what are the cars that we can get in over here. And I said cars because they are really quite cheap here. So he considered a second-hand BMW series whatever for himself, or maybe a Ram truck. And for me, he thought of a Mercedes Coupe or maybe a Mini Cooper. I would have really liked a Mini Cooper. But in the end, after much research and in-depth investigation, for my hubby, nothing less than that, he decided that we're going to get a brand new China car. Have you heard of Chang'an before? And here is my first complaint. The brand is called Chang'an, but because the name was spelled with all the letters together, the salesperson pronounced it as Chang'an. Yes, how can a person who's representing the company not know the right way to pronounce the brand name? The teacher in me cannot take it. Yeah, it is Chang'an for everlasting peace, not long drought, not long Chang'an. Well, at least the salesperson were willing to listen and acknowledge it. Perhaps I'm really the first Chinese to actually buy a Chinese car from them. However, they did say that in Uruguay, everybody pronounces it as Chang'an. A case of butchered brand names like MS.
On our first visit, we met sales agent Diana, who speaks no English, but I thought she was rather capable. And with the help of Google Translate, she was able to answer all of our questions and schedule us for a test drive the following week. It was during this session that we asked how soon we could get the car, and the answer was within a day of payment. On the day of the test drive, Diana quite proactively ensured an English-speaking agent, Matthias, was available to answer our questions. Very essential when you're actually driving the car and has no hands to use Google Translate. We were so pleased with the car, we made a deposit there and then for that particular model in the black color that we want. Then it went a little downhill. Strike one. We made payment on a Thursday, thus expected to collect the car on Friday, which is the day we are scheduled to return our rental car. Nope. Diana replied our text that we can only collect the car on Monday at 5 p.m. Fine. We extended the car rental for the weekend. Strike two. Diana said she would not be around on Monday and had arranged Matthias to be present instead. But during a check-in with Matthias, he said we could only collect it on Tuesday. What? And the add-on of tinted windows, which we agreed to, was no longer the $200 we were told, but $250. Not pleased, but still looking forward to collecting the car.
Like, come on, we have a sunroof. I'm so excited.
We extended our rental for one more day and arrived ahead of schedule as our plan was to have me wait for the car to be ready while hubby returns the rental car so as to not incur further charges. Before he left, we checked in with Matthias again to make sure everything is in order, and he replied the affirmative and also said I probably only needed to wait an hour for the car. Strike 3. I waited till past 5 p.m. and I'm the more patient one, but my patience runs thin when expectations were raised falsely. Strike 4. When Matthias finally had keys in hand, he asked me about the car insurance. That almost gave me a heart attack. We are not allowed to drive the car without it, and we had already engaged a lawyer to liaise with Diana to arrange for it. Thankfully, after Matthias called up the lawyer, it was settled. But why couldn't he have done that during the hours I was waiting for the car? That poor man had to go through the procedure of asking me to give them a good rating for the sales. I directly told him, "You're unlikely to get a 10 out of 10 anymore." It has been 10 days since we collected the car and we had still yet to receive the English manual we requested for, and I had to chase them for the address where the car needs to be registered. So we still do not know everything about the car and still driving without a license plate. This is just one example of inefficiency in Uruguay. I've never bought cars in Singapore, but I simply cannot imagine this happening in Singapore.
Okay, that out of the way, we are really loving our car. Look at this race car-like steering wheel, living my fantasy F1 dream. At the risk of sounding really swagu, it has so many cool functions. Have I mentioned it has a sunroof, which closes automatically upon parking? And although it is a big car, there are cameras on all sides to help me look out for obstacles. The only thing we dislike about it is this Apple CarPlay icon. How can I get rid of it?